Web for Pentester course, command injection. Command injection comes from a lack of filtering and encoding of information used as a part of a command. The simple example comes from using the function system to run commands and take an HTTP parameter as an argument of this command. There are many ways to exploit a command injection: by injecting a command inside backticks, by redirecting the result of the first command into a second, by running another command if the first one succeeds, or if the first one fails, making sure it does. Example number 1. The first example is a trivial command injection. The developer didn't perform any input validation. Based on techniques seen above, you can, for example, use a payload and cat/etc/passwd, cat for printing the values on that file. So we'll go ahead to command injection example number 1, and we'll paste this. It seems like we have to replace the symbol for the value, the URL encoded value, which is %26, and we'll run it, and as you can see, we get the output here. Now for example number 2, let me go ahead and set this up. For example number 2, this example validates a parameter provided but does so incorrectly as we saw before with the SQL injection. The good thing is that here you don't even need to inject separator. You can just add the encoded new line and then put your command. So this time we no longer need to use those two symbols before. We can just use a simple multi-line encoded and go ahead and use cat/etc/passwd, and as you can see, we get the same output again. Now example number 3. This example is similar to the previous one. The only one difference is the developer does not stop the script correctly. In PHP is an easy and simple way to redirect users if one of the values provided doesn't match some security constraints, and is to call a function header. However, if any other browser will get redirected, the function does not stop the execution flow. You can easily exploit this vulnerability using in your browser. Since your browser will follow the redirect to exploit this, you can use telnet. I have tried this exploiting it this way, but it didn't work. I have set a proxy here in my Firefox browser, and we'll go ahead to intercept this traffic. Head on to vulnerable. As you can see, it's already intercepted the traffic. Head on to vulnerable, forward this, and here is an HTTP request to vulnerable. I will hit right click, send it to a repeater, go ahead to a repeater. I will change that header with the header provided here. So it no longer will say get HTTP1, but I'm gonna execute example3 PHP and get me the information of the system. You go ahead and click on send, and the response from the server is Pentester Lab, Web for Pentester, and down here you can see Linux Debian 2.6. The response of the server was the uname that we had asked before as desired.